Hey everyone, we're back here again with a 1974 HQ Prem. So I've gone through it and given it its initial buff. It's turned out quite nice, picking up a lot of gloss in the paint already and the reflection from everything around the car. Now, this is just the initial buff. Once I've reassembled the car, I'll then go over it again with a secondary buff and also a hand polish. So we'll give you a bit of a look at how the car's coming along already and go over a few of the things that I'll be getting onto next with the build. As we walk up, you can see that it's really picking up the reflection of the light now, and the body lines look nice and crisp. And you can look down the car and just see it's really nice and straight. And this is where it really pays off. The reflection that you get, the smoothness without that orange peel in the paint. This is why it's worth the effort of doing that wet sand to your paint job, just to flatten it right off and give you those nice crisp body lines and the reflection that we all love in these cars once the paint has been completed. So very happy with the way it's turning out so far. As you can see, the blackouts are all done. Now, next thing we've got to do is start putting it all back together. So you can see here, all the door mechanisms, glass, all lined up, ready to go. I've gone through all of the regulators, made sure everything's working nicely, all the rollers and everything else, clean the glass off. So that'll be the first thing I'd jump onto. After that, I'll get onto sorting out all the wiring, rewiring off the headlights, and getting all that front loom all sorted after extending it to hide it up underneath the inner panels. Now, one thing I will say as a bit of a pointer for anyone who's restoring one of these, with the wiper motors and wiper arms, your wiper arm you have that sits in front of the driver's seat, you really want to bolt this up before you get too carried away with the reassembly, because this is bolted up through the duct panel underneath the dash. So the earlier you get it bolted up, the better. It saves the panel the issues of access. So you can see I've gone through, I've painted all the bowls for the lights, polished it all up, got the latches for the boots, the little triangles for the door to go on. We've got the little accelerator changeover, so I'm changing it from the old linkage style to the later model cable style. So that's just a little plate. I've made these, but you can buy them on eBay, I've noticed. And you just bolt them onto the existing point where the linkage bolts to the firewall, and that just makes it an easy changeover. Then you've just got to upgrade to the later model pedal, and you'll have the response of the cable. So over here, I'll just give you a bit of a look with the rubber kit. So I've gone through, I bought a Better Auto Rubbers rubber kit. Now, I've used these on a couple of cars that I've restored in the past. I've noticed they're a very nice rubber. I've never had any issues with them. They're a very complete kit. You'll see down the front here, I've got the new external handles and locks. They don't come as the rubber kit, but you can source those through Better Rubbers as well. It does come with all your Bailey channels, your door rubbers, your boot rubbers. You've got your little guard laces there, all your inner and outer belts for your doors, gaskets for your lights, and clips for all your rubbers and everything else. Now, it's a very thorough rubber kit. The one thing I have noticed that is missing is the little gasket for the vent piece that links into your boot from your back door. Other than that, everything's there. I've always used these rubber kits. I've never had any issues with them. The rubber is nice and soft and supple. It doesn't bind on the doors like I've heard with some of the other makes. So it's just nice and easy to shut your doors and softly, and it doesn't make it difficult in any way. That's why I've gone with that rubber kit. I've used it before, never had any issues, so stuck to the tried and tested, so to say. So there you go, guys. A bit of an update on the build of where we're at. Give you a bit of a look at the inside. So that's all cleaned off and painted up. So that's all ready to start sorting out all the wiring and everything else and getting it all together. So So I've hoped it's given you a bit of a look at where we're at and maybe a couple of tips if you needed them in your build. So if you've liked the video and you want to keep up with the build as we go along, just click like and subscribe on the channel and you'll get the updates as I post new videos. Oh guys, have a good day and I'll see you on the next video.